Hey guys, big welcome back, and big welcome to anyone that's never come to my channel before. Today I just want to give you a couple little pointers if you have a CX20 by Cheerson or Nova, and I think there's a few other names that it goes by. Anyhow, I've had this for, I don't know, maybe a couple months now, and a few things that I had learned to do, so I just wanted to share that with you. First of which will be the blades. I decided to upgrade blades. These are the blades that come with the quadcopter, the factory blade. They have a bit of a flex to them, but they're kind of a hard plastic. So they, I did, like, say I cracked one, and not with a very big impact, but it did crack. So online I had read in the forums about people using DJI blades, and so I ordered a set of these. They're a little more flexible. They have a bit more give to them. Plus they're larger in diameter here and in length, which gives you a little bit better lift. And they're cheap. A set of 4 was like 10 bucks with shipping. And they also have self-tightening nuts instead of these, which have to go on and then be tightened down with a little wrench, which makes them they were difficult to get off, the replacements. So that's one thing that you can upgrade for $10. I'll show you the width difference too. So I don't know if you can see. Hopefully my camera's cooperating somewhat there. Anyway, there's definitely a bit of a difference there, so give you a little more lift. Well, what do you need more lift for? You need that to support your gimbal. For about 45 bucks on eBay, you can order a gimbal which holds a GoPro or a Mobius cam, or there's a couple other cams that have very similar size. And what the gimbal does, for those that don't know, is it gives your quadcopter the ability to keep the camera steady while you're filming. So if you're filming like this and a gust of wind comes, your camera stays steady, which is great. So that's just powered by the battery right in the back. Fairly easy to set up. I didn't do a tutorial how to set it up, but you could easily just search for it on YouTube if you get one. So that is the next tip, is get a gimbal, and you'll love it for making videos. Unfortunately, I've had really windy weather, which has made it so that I couldn't really get out there too much yet, but know that I will be. So if you're into these, be sure to check that out. Another little tip I'm going to give you is take a permanent marker and write your phone number on it. Right here, under here, I've taped it off because I don't need you guys calling me with dirty messages and stuff, although it might be fun. I'm going to pass on that for now. But put your phone number on it. These things are toys, so it's not a big scientific piece of equipment. There is the chance of a fly off or a breeze or a dead battery or interference. Something could happen. And the fact is that even if this crashes, I still want it back. So on the chance that somebody does find it, what it takes to just put your number on there, well worth it. You've, you know, if you get somebody, an older person or somebody that's honest or whatever that finds it, you know, maybe there's nothing good on it, maybe the whole thing will be smashed, but you might get your GoPro back in good condition. The battery still could be good. It still could be good for parts, you know, if you bought another one. So for what it's worth, write your number on it, then you've got that. Next tip is, I haven't done it yet, but you will see that this is indicated here with red, and I had done it to my factory blades. When I bought this, it came with 4 white blades, and I painted a set red, and put the red blades there. When you're outside flying it, and it's way up in the sky, you can see a little bit of a difference with it being darker, showing you the front. Fortunately, with this versus like a DJI, it does have this, so even when it's up in the air, you kind of can see this to determine front versus back. So that's pretty helpful. The next tip I would like to give is that I've been experiencing return to home. Those that don't know, this has a return to home function, which is, all my functions are actually on here, so you can take a look at what the functions are. If I can get this to focus, there you are. So one key return, if I set this switch to 0 and this one to 2, like that, it's already in 2, it'll actually bring it home to me. It's done by GPS lock, so be sure to watch my other video for a testing of that, because I show it in a video doing the return to home function. So it's great to have. And it was what I was getting at there, though, is that the return to home, once I put the gimbal on, it's added weight. So when it lands with auto return to home, it lands kind of hard. So if you put that on, be prepared to, you might not be able to do that. You may have to switch it back up to 0 and just land it by hand. You know, it's a hard landing. You could do whatever you got to do. And my final tip, guys, before I cut this off, is when you do land, be sure to hold down and left on the stick, on the left stick, to lock the blades. If you don't, and something's happened, it's possible the blades will keep going and it could take off again, or such as it did for me the one time I had I had taken off in one location, and then I landed and I shut the controller off while it was sitting on the ground. The quadcopter took back off up in the air. It was sensing a loss in signal, and it flew back to the takeoff location. I didn't know what the hell it was doing. I thought I was losing my drone for sure. I tried to jump up and grab it. I couldn't get it. And that was actually, I think, my very first flight with it. And once I realized what it was doing, it went up to like 30 feet in the air, and then I could see that it was hovering over to where I had taken off. So, because it does have the features, if you shut the controller off in flight, it automatically goes back to where you took off from. So that's good for signal loss, but always be prepared that may not work. Something could go wrong. Put your phone number on it. If you found these tips at all helpful, go ahead and click that like button. I would appreciate it. And subscribe if you haven't, because I'm going to be releasing a bunch of fun videos over the summer. Plan on doing a lot of traveling and stuff, so hopefully I can get some good footage. Alright, thanks for watching, guys.